Hello, welcome back. So in this part now we are going to solve an example and we will draw the shear force and bending moment diagram. So this is the problem. In this it is said, draw the shear and moment diagram for a simply supported beam as shown in the figure. So this is the figure of beam. So this is a simply supported. On end A it is hinged and on end C it is roller supported. So in this beam there is a load, central load, which is a point load, and that is acting at the mid span, and the magnitude of this load is 5 kilonewton, and the total length of this beam is 4 meter. So now we will solve as per the steps that we have discussed in the previous lecture. So first step is to find out the support reactions. So here I will not be discussing the process of calculating support reactions, that because I have already discussed that in the previous lectures. So I assume that you now understand how to calculate the support reactions. And basically this is a very simple example, and this is basically symmetrically loaded. So the reactions on point A, vertical reaction on point A and C, they will be equal and divided by 2. So the total load divided by 2 will be the magnitude of these two reactions, which is 2.5 kilonewton. So now we will be making the free body diagram. So in the free body diagram, now here I have shown the vertical reactions. There is no horizontal load, so therefore horizontal reactions is not shown here, because its magnitude will be 0. So the support reactions here now I have shown. So now we will see the diagram, free body diagram of this beam, and by observing this diagram, we can now say that this beam will have to be divided into two segments. There will be two functions of M and V. So one function will be for segment AB, and the other function of M and V will be for the segment BC. Why? Because there is a change in the load at point B. So between A and B, there are 2 point load, one in the form of external load and one in the form of the reaction. Similarly, in segment BC, again there are 2 point load, one is external load and the other is reaction. Okay, so we have to make two segments. So the next step is finding the shear and moment function. So as I said, there will be two segments. So taking the first segment, which is AB. So in the segment AB, we can cut the section at any arbitrary distance. Say within the AB segment, we can cut the beam at any point. Say at this point, say this is section XX, which is at a distance X. So here we will be taking the left hand side, okay, and then we will make the free body diagram. So in the free body diagram, at this point there will be shear force and bending moment, so that we will show like we have discussed in the previous lecture, I mean in the previous part. So now I will be showing you the free body diagram of this segment. So the free body diagram of this segment will be shown like this. So this is the reaction, this is the internal force V downward and M anti-clockwise. Okay, so as I said that they will be considered as positive. Why? Because this segment, all the segment that we will be dividing, they are supposed to have a sag. Okay, so this sag will occur only when on the left hand side there will be positive, I mean there will be upward force, and on the right hand side there will be downward vertical force. Similarly, on the left hand side there will be positive moment, I mean the clockwise moment, and on the right hand side there will be anti-clockwise moment. Okay, so that is why here I have shown the anti-clockwise moment, and vertical shear force as the downward. So they are considered as the positive. So in most of our problem, we will be following the same process. And then the limit of x, as we are taking the segment AB. So the length of segment AB is 2 meter. So uh, so the value of x will be more than 0 and less than 2 meter. So this x can vary between 0 to 2 meter. So that is the limit of x. So now considering this limit, now we will be finding the value of v and m as a function of x. So as per definition, v can be calculated using the uh, equilibrium equations. So first equation that we are going to use for calculating the value of v will be the summation of Fy. So in this case, the vertically upward force will be considered as positive and downward force will be considered as negative. So in this case, in the free body diagram, you can see there are two vertical forces. One is in the form of reaction and the second one is in the form of internal shear force as V. So this is upward, this is downward. So it will be taken as positive and this will be taken as negative. So now we will take this as 2.5 minus V is equals to 0 because there are only two vertical forces. So solving this, we get V equals to 2.5 kilonewton. So that I have written here. Yes. So the value of V on this point at distance x will be 2.5 kilonewton. So we will consider this as equation 1 because we will be making these as equation because we have to draw the diagram in the later. Then we will calculate the value of m as a function of x. So in this case, again, we will take moment about the section where we have cut the beam. So about this point, the value of V will be 0 because it is passing through this point only. So the moment created by V will be 0. Now we have only we will be having two moment. One will be the moment due to this force and the second one will be the moment acting at the section. So this force will create positive moment. So this force will rotate about this point as clockwise. So this will be creating the positive moment. So also it will be making the sag. As you can see, uh, this force is trying to bend this beam like this. So if we consider that we are holding this point, so this beam will be bent like this. And this is the shape of sag. So that is why moment created by this upward force will be positive. So that will be 2.5 multiplied by perpendicular distance. So that perpendicular distance is x. Okay. And the second moment is m. So this is moment in itself. So the direction of this moment is anti-clockwise. So here now we will take this anti-clockwise moment as negative. Okay, so that becomes our second equation. So m will be equals to 2.5x. So here you can see m is the function of x. So the value m is 2.5x. So this becomes our second equation. So here for segment AB, we have found the value of V and value of M as a function of X. Although in case of equation 1, value of V is independent of the value of X. So therefore, for all the value of X, V will be equals to 2.5. But M is dependent on the value of X. So for all the value of X, it will be varying. While in the case of shear force, it will be constant. Now we will take the second segment, which is segment BC. So in the segment BC, now we will be cutting the section arbitrarily at any point within the BC section, segment. So if we cut BC, say at this point, so the distance of this cut section from A, we will always measure the value of X from the left hand support. So it will be, say, X. Okay. So now we will make the free body diagram of this left hand segment. So now I will be showing you the free body diagram of this segment. So the free body diagram of this segment will look like this. So in the left hand side segment, now we have this force also. And segment AB is already present there and part of segment BC. So now distance from support A, it will be X. And the very important thing, limit of X. Now, limit of X here you can see X is more than 2 meter, but less than or equals to 4 meter. So that is the limit of X here. So here the value, now we will apply the equations of equilibrium to find out the value of V. So in this segment also we are required to find out V and M as a function of X. So first we will find out the value of V by applying the equation of equilibrium. Yes, we have made the sense of V and M positive as discussed earlier. So now using this equation, so here you can see in the free body diagram, you can see here easily that there will be 3 vertical forces now. One is this reaction, second one is this external load, and the third one is the V, which is shown as downward, vertically downward. So there are 3 forces. So this will be considered as positive, negative, negative. So 2.5 kilonewton minus 5 kilonewton minus V. So finally, the value of V can be calculated as minus 2.5 kilonewton. So here the value of V is negative 2.5 kilonewton. So that is the equation 3. So this equation 3 is for segment BC. So in segment BC, the value of shear force V is negative 2.5 for all the value of X. Okay, which means it will be constant within segment BC. Similarly, now we will find out the value of M for this segment. So here we have to see how many forces are there and we have to find out their resultant moment. So first force will be this one, second force will be this one, and third will be in the form of moment. Fourth will be this V, but the moment due to this value of V will be 0 because it will be passing through this point only. So we have to find out moment about this point where we have cut the section. So there are basically 2 forces. So first of all, we have to assume that we have fixed our beam here, and then we will consider the individual effect of the forces in the beam. So this force will again try to lift beam like this. So this is again making the shape as sagging, which means this moment, this force will create positive moment. Similarly, now forget this force. Now consider the effect individually of this external load. So if we assume that there is no force, then what will be the effect of this force on this beam? So obviously this force will try to get down this beam like this. So this is the shape of hogging. And therefore, the moment created by this force will be negative. So I am writing here the equation. So here the value of M will be taken as negative because it is anti-clockwise. When we are trying to find out summation, then we will take this as negative. So minus M plus moment created by this force will be 2.5 multiplied by x. So that is plus 2.5 into x. Similarly, minus, because this force is creating negative moment, because it is creating hogging moment, so that is negative. So it is minus 5 multiplied by perpendicular distance, which is x minus 2. So this is x minus 2. So solving this equation, we find out m is equals to 10 minus 2.5x. So that is the fourth equation. And now you can observe that m in segment AB and BC is the function of x, which means it is dependent on x, while in case of V, equation 1 and 3, this value is not dependent on x, which means for all the value of x, V will be equals to minus 2.5 in case of segment BC and 2.5 in case of segment AB. So now we have calculated all the shear and moment function for both the segment. Now we will draw the shear and moment diagram. So first of all, we will draw the shear force diagram. So using the equation 1 and 3, now equation 1 is related to segment AB and equation 3 is related to segment BC. So for segment AB, V is equals to 2.5 kilonewton, which we have calculated earlier. And for segment BC, V is equals to minus 2.5 kilonewton. So here you can see in these equations, they are not dependent on x. And therefore we can say that for all the value of x, V will be 2.5 within the segment AB, which is positive. And similarly, the value of V for segment BC, it is negative, but it will be constant for all the value of x. So within the segment AB, x was more than 0 and was equals to 2 meter. So which means 0 to 2 meter, the value of V will be 2.5. Similarly, for this, x was 2. Okay, so in the segment BC, distance 2 meter to 4 meter. For all the value of x between 2 to 4 meter, the value of V will be minus 2.5. So now we will plot this value in the diagram like this. So here you can see this is the x-axis where we are showing the length of beam, and on the y-axis we have ordinate V value. So the V value is in kilonewton. So as I said that in between segment AB, V is positive. So that is why it is drawn above the above the x-axis. And as I said that V value is independent of the value of x, which means for all the value of x, V will be equal. And that is why at this point, at this point, at any point, V is constant. And that is why we have made this straight horizontal line, which is explaining that shear force between A and B is constant and having a magnitude of 2.5 kilonewton. Similarly, for case BC, shear force is negative and having the magnitude 2.5. Similarly, yes, the same I have explained here. And similarly, if we make the moment diagram, so for making the moment diagram, we will use equation 2 and 4. So equation 2 was m is equals to 2.5x. Similarly, for equation 4, it was 10, sorry, I need to see that. It is 10 minus 2.5x. 10 minus 2.5 x. So in this, you can see x is involved, which means for as the value of x will vary, the value of m will vary. For example, for segment AB, the value of x is between 0 to 2 meter. So if I put value 0 here, it means m value will be 0. If I put x is equals to 0 in this equation, then m will be 0. Similarly, if I put the value of x as 1, then m will be 2.5 kilonewton. Similarly, if I put the value of x as 2, then it will be m is equals to 5 kilonewton. Similarly, for this equation, uh, this in this value, uh, the value of x will vary from 2 to 4 meter. So if I put the value 2 here, then it will be m is equals to 5 kilonewton. Similarly, in this equation, if I put x as 3, so it will be 2.5 kilonewton. Similarly, if I put in this equation x as 4, so m is equals to, it will be 2.5 into 4, 10. So it will be 0. So this is the result for this equation, and this is the result for this equation. Now, one more thing that we need to see here is that the equation that I am showing you here, 2.5x, and this is equation 10 minus 2.5x. In both the equation, x is in the order of 1. In this also, x is in the order of 1. And when x is in the order of 1, then this is actually the equation of a line. We know that equation of line is mx plus b. In this, x is of single order, and that is why we can say that when we draw the graph, then this equation will give us a straight line. Now, how I have made this inclined? Because when I put x is equals to 0, then I get the value of m as 0, and that is why here it is 0. Similarly, when I put x as 1, then we get the value 2.5. So that 2.5 is in corresponding to 2.5. Similarly, when I put x is equals to 2 in this equation, then I get 5 here. So say this is 5. Similarly, in this equation, when I put x is equals to 2, then I get 5 value, which is same. Similarly, when I put 3, we get 2.5. So 2.5 will be here. Similarly, when I put x is equals to 4, then we get 0. So that is why this equation, these points will be joined using a line, and that is why this line is having equation this one, and this line is having equation this one. And the same I have drawn here. The same diagram is shown here. So you can see here, this is the equation for this line, and this is the equation for this line. So on the basis of the order of x, we draw the diagram. So where the diagram may be linear, the diagram may be made using the linear form, or it may be curved depending on the order of x. So in this case, the moment diagram start at 0 increases linearly to b. So the same I have explained now. Also, if we observe in this, so we can see that the shear force is changing at point B. It is changing from positive to negative at point B. And corresponding to this, the shear force, the point where shear force is changing, corresponding to this, bending moment is maximum. So we can infer from this statement that the point where shear force is changing, generally, I mean, generally bending moment will be maximum. So that is what we can infer from this. And here we need to note something. It is seen in figure that the graph of shear and moment diagram jump or changes abruptly when the concentrated force acts, that is at point A, B, and C. Yes, you can see here at point A, shear force is jumping to 2.5. Similarly, at point B, it is jumping from positive 2.5 to negative 2.5. Similarly, at point C, it is again jumping from 2.5 to 0. So wherever there is a point load, shear force will jump or shear force will change. And the same case is for the moment also. At point A, it is 0. At point B, it is maximum. At point C, it is again changing. So in between the point load, it is changing also. So that is why we make separate moment and shear function for each segment. And that is what I have written here. For this reason, as I have stated earlier, it is necessary to express both the shear and moment functions separately for regions between concentrated loads. So that is the solution for this example. Now, in the next part, I will take another example to understand this concept. Thank you.